let's go ahead and shift gears away from the storm here to some good news. Bloomberg is also reporting Italy bans flu vaccine, citing side effects. Italy and Switzerland halted sales of the AG-traded NOVN flu vaccine after the company informed Italian authorities of a buildup of particles in the shots. And it goes on with the company saying that it is safe. The vaccines present quality defects that are potentially hazardous for the public health. Well, there you go. I mean, they know the flu vaccine massively increases Alzheimer's in major studies, reduces your fertility, causes all sorts of neurological disorders like Guillain-Barré. Don't believe me, just go read the inserts. But I thought I'd take you back to reports in Time magazine. The Examiner reports on this. Swine flu vaccine safety. German politicians get safer swine flu vaccine. Remember that 4 years ago? So they're taking something other than what they want you to take. Now, moving ahead here, the Los Angeles Times runs with this shocking headline. Prop 37 is in dead heat amid ad blitz. Just 2 weeks ago here on air, we covered polls that were in the LA Times where the vast majority, well, 2 to 1, were for GMO labeling. Hey, just let me know if you've crossed, you know, insect genes with this corn, or if the corn's growing its own pesticide, or if things like that. But because of pesticide companies, GMO companies, Big Agri, they are running so many ads right now saying it's preposterous, it's going to increase your food prices. The last thing you want to do is know what's in your food. We're good people. Just take the shots and get out of our way. You know, take the pharmacological corn, everything's okay. And support for Proposition 37, which seeks to label genetically engineered food in the state, has plummeted in the last month. Times USC poll finds. Of course, really, a lot of these polls in the past have been found to be skewed. They can just tell you, well, it doesn't matter if you were going to vote this down 2 to 1. Now the polls show you love it. So after a barrage of negative television advertisements financed by $41 million opposition war chest, the USC Los Angeles Times poll revealed Thursday showed 44% of surveyed voters backed the initiative and 42% opposing it. A substantial slice of the electorate, 14%, remains undecided or unwilling to take a position. Yeah, if you believe the public doesn't want to know of GMOs in their food, I got a bridge to sell you. California is normally the bellwether to pass gun control, restrictions on freedom. Now it's pushing for freedom. It's a bellwether that will spread not just in the U.S. but worldwide. So Monsanto and other dangerous actors, they are running around right now throwing the kitchen sink at this. But hey, you can run, but you can't hide. The truth is getting out there, and nobody's going to stop us being able to know if pharmacological crops are being fed to us, that you feed to the bugs, they die. They have the crops grow their own pesticide in many cases, in many varieties, so that bugs can't eat it. Well, you know what? I don't want to eat it. And the fact that even Whole Foods can't say they're not serving a GMO shows how ridiculous all this has gotten. Here's a story by Melissa Melton. I saw a study a few weeks ago where they said, hey, organic isn't necessarily better, but they admitted in that study that we're not looking at what pesticide does to you. We're just saying it gives you the same nutritional value. And they admitted that study was funded by Monsanto. Well, here's another one. Academy of Pediatricians say organic food not better for kids. And it goes on, but the needed long-term studies do not yet exist to show that eating pesticide-free food makes people healthier. So just absolutely ridiculous there. Continuing with the Washington Post, provocative research could lead to babies with DNA from 3 people avoiding rare disease risk. And that's where all this is going. is they're going to say you've got a predisposition for this disorder or that disorder, and then you're not going to be able to be born. They're going to say, you got to go to government or government health care. They're already proposing this, and we'll take your DNA, and we'll make an egg, and we'll make the sperm. They can already do that, and we'll make a baby for you, but with all sorts of back doors built into it, just like they build backdoor spying systems into your cell phones and other systems. Scientists in Oregon have created embryos with genes from one man and two women using a provocative technique that could someday be used to prevent babies from inheriting certain rare, incommunicable diseases. Let's just expand on that. A lot of these genetic disorders, yeah, you're predisposed to get a disorder even quicker if you've got certain genes, if you aren't getting the right vitamins and minerals. But they'll never tell you why all the disorders are exploding. They'll never tell you why breast cancer is exploding. It's never race to find the cause. It's always race to find the cure, which they never find. And the more money you spend on them, the worse it gets, and more people die of cancer. It's part of a eugenics operation where they pose as the savior, killing us while consolidating the economy. Visit Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. When you're on the site, you can also tune in 24 hours a day to my daily radio broadcast. There's also a free iPhone app to listen to the syndicated radio show when and where you want.